In the past, as I was about to leave for work, stalkers would begin jumping up and down in a frenzy, making my floor tremble a lot. I don't know if it was to frustrate me, take away my energy and determination, make me give up and quit, frighten me, or work me into a frenzy so I would be angry and get into a car accident with a stalker or someone else. I still always went to work. This tactic of increasing the jumping up and down as I was about to leave for work eventually stopped. I've learned if a group of stalkers jumping up and down is particularly aggressive with their jumping up and down, if I wait an hour or so, a new group will come and may not be as aggressive as the previous group. For over 1 year in my home, as soon as my urine would hit the water in the toilet, the stalkers would begin jumping up and down aggressively, making the toilet wiggle, gyrate, and tremble the entire time I was using the restroom. It did not matter if the restroom was in the interior of the house. After over 1 year, this stopped. The other day, as I pulled slowly into the intersection because I had the light, a blue van was stopped across from me. As I entered the intersection, the blue van moved forward, and if I had continued at the same speed, I would have hit the passenger side of the blue van. I hit my brakes instead of the blue van. Of course, that day, blue was the color of the day. That same day, as I pulled into a parking lot and exited my car, from my rear left, a stalker wearing all dark blue with a wool hat and gloves walked determinedly towards me. And to my front left, a stalker wearing all dark reddish clothing with a wool hat and gloves parallel to the other stalker walked determinedly towards me. I ignored them both. This tactic is an attempt to instill terror and fear into a TI. Another time, as I had the light and was driving through an intersection, and a maroon or burgundy van turned into the path of my car, and I had to hit my brakes hard not to hit the van, because the van purposely turned into my path when I was close to the van. Again, I would have hit the passenger side of the van, and maroon or burgundy had been the color of the day all day long. The stalkers make sure it is a large vehicle and the side that would be hit is farthest away from the driver. Whenever the stalkers know they have angered me with their continued harassment, they send large vehicles near me. The other day, within a half-hour period, at a checkout lane, I was surrounded by all people wearing all gray and only people wearing all gray. The person in front of me talked loudly to a toddler and held something up to make the toddler jump up and down and be loud. I ignored them. As I walked in the parking lot, a woman wearing a gray shirt stood near the front of my car talking loudly. As I looked down and prepared to reverse, that same woman moved to the rear of my car and stood there with a toddler closest to my car as I slowly reversed. After a couple of seconds, another woman said something loudly, and the woman in the gray shirt moved in the direction my car was angled to drive in. So when I moved forward, she was towards the front of my car. I went into the next store where the two stalkers wearing the hats and gloves walked towards me. When I went into the next store and moved near an item I regularly purchase, a toddler ran straight towards my moving cart. I continued to push my cart forward, and the toddler moved out of the way. Then the toddler stood next to me and watched what I was doing and looked at the item I was looking at. This is all within a half-hour period. Usually the news is professional. When I watch the live news, within a couple of minutes, the local newscaster will clear his throat, The camera will pan down to a view of the desk, like it is amateur hour. Then the other anchor has about 50 blank white papers spread or fanned in front of her in 2 rows, and she looks down with her mouth puckered and periodically lifts up an area of papers, puckers some more, and lifts up more papers. If she was really looking for something, it would be face up so she can find it easily and not have to lift up the papers and put them back face down. I changed the channel. Another day, I was watching something and the live news came on when the show I was watching ended. Again, usually the news is professional. There is a block picture and the news starts. This day, the camera is out of focus and then someone coughs. I change the channel. I can tell when the news people are going to do something because instead of the program being crisp and professional going from segment to segment, there will be silence and then the gang stalking prompt. So there will be silence and then the gang stalking prompt. It has happened many times over the past year. I get my news online.